Hey guys, I wanted to share a website with you guys today for what we're going to kind of start doing after spring break. So, just for clarification, this week April 6th, is going to be a catch up week. Okay. If there's any of the sight singing exercises you didn't get done or the videos, this is your time to get those done. Okay. And get those to me. So, what I'm going to show you today is something, if you did get everything done, you can kind of start playing around with and getting familiar with because when we come back from spring break, we're going to be using it. So, this is called Noteflight.com. Okay. This is a free online music writing software. So what you guys are going to do is you are going to first, when you come up, is sign up for free. And then you are going to put in your school email address. Okay. So like mine is ralbrecht@monroevilleschools.org. I've already have mine set up, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but do make sure everything you click on is the free version because there is a premium you can pay for, but I don't want you to do that. Okay. Don't do the premium. Do not premium. Okay. So then you're going to sign up for that with your school email. I'm going to put this down and sign in. All right. Okay, and when you do get your account set up, what you want to do is you want to go over here to the create option, okay? Over here in the My Scores, these are things I have done already. Some of you guys who've been in on Zoom saw some of these examples, okay? I'm going to go over here to create. And then you do want to start from a blank score sheet. Here, click OK. And right away, it will have a grand staff of 4 measures. Okay, so 4 in the treble and 4 in the bass clef. And you guys are just going to write a piece of music. Okay, I don't know how to change the key yet. This music notation software is still a little newer to me, and it's slightly different than Finale, which you guys have seen me use before. But so I'm going to kind of walk you through how to put in the notes and everything. So first thing you're going to do is you want to click in the staff. Okay, and already you guys should see there should be a little note there, and that should be a quarter note. So I'm going to start that on C. Okay, if you want to change the rhythm, this is what is slightly different for me that I still need to get used to. You have to put in the note first because then whatever note is highlighted is the note it changes. Okay, so I'll put another note there, and then maybe I want to do a half note next, and I'll do. But again, I have to put in the note first and then change the rhythm up here. Okay. I'll do maybe some more 8th notes. Okay. Let's see. And I'm just making this up right now, so I don't really know what I'm writing. Or I mean, I do know what I'm writing, but I'm just kind of making it up. Those 8th notes. Oop, nope. See, that's what I mean. You have to make sure you put in the note first. And then we'll. There we go. And then sometimes it might add an extra measure here at the end after you did that. All you have to do is, should have to highlight it. There you go. Highlight it and then just hit delete. And then you should have your 4 measures. Then to play it, you can play up here. All right, and that's how it works, okay? Now the other thing I want you guys to do and starting to get used to is I also want you to add a line into the bass clef, okay? We, at least in high school choir, we kind of touched on bass clef very, very little. Junior high, we haven't really yet. So what I would recommend you guys doing is when you write in your bass clef stuff, if you're not familiar with bass clef, I would write in all the same rhythms that you did in the treble clef, and I would match the lines and spaces down here. And here's what I mean by that, okay? So down here, I'm gonna do a quarter note here. That is not the same, that's not C though, okay? In bass clef, this is E. So up here in treble clef, where that is C, down in bass clef, it's a third space still, but it's E in bass clef, okay? But what I would do is I would make it exactly the same. And this is if you're new to this, okay? If you're new to bass clef, make it exactly the same that you did up in treble clef, okay? So I'm gonna do this really quick. Oops, did that again. Ah, undo, undo. I don't know what I just did. Make that there. I guess I just made it too big. I don't really know what I did. That's okay. And then we have here, except that's gonna be a half note. This is gonna get pretty low here. And then again, you'll just have to highlight that and delete. All right, so pretty much you guys can already tell it looks exactly the same, okay, but it's going to sound different. So I'm going to play this. All right, and that's how it's going to work, okay? What we're going to go into, and I'm going to start talking about, is harmonic movements or harmonic motions, okay? And that's just, I think, I want to do that because then we can kind of understand, you know, why a composer maybe chose a certain way to have the harmony. This way that I just did is probably the most common. This is called parallel motion, and that's that all of the rhythms are the same and also the notes move in the same direction. And we'll talk about more of that in future coming weeks, but this is just kind of a basic kind of helping you guys understand some harmonies. So then what you'll do up here, you'll name it. So I'll do junior high, high school video example. All right, click in here for the composer, Mrs. Albrecht. All right, and then what you want to do is actually over here in score details, you're gonna have to do the same thing. So I'll move my video again. All right, just at least because at least save it as junior high, whatever your name of your piece is. You can name whatever you want. All right, done. And then you want to make sure you save it up here. Okay, and then that will save it into your scores thing that we saw earlier. If you want to send it to me, there are two things you need to do. First, you need to go over here to this button. It's the cloud. It says export when it's highlighted. And you want to save the full score PDF first. It's going to download it. You want to hit save, and then it'll come down here to download it. And the second thing you're going to do, you're going to click on it again, is you want to save it as an MP3 audio. Save that. And then that should download it. And then when you have those things, which they should be saved in your downloads folder if you were looking for it, okay, then you'll just send those to me in an email. You do not have to do that this week, but when we come back from spring break, you know, if you want to, I can send this video again, or I can make another one, but that's how you would send me your work, okay? Then when you're done, you can just kind of go over here to my scores, and it should show up. Here we go. Yep, and then it'll show up everything that you have written, okay? So that's all you guys are gonna do this week. Just kind of play around with it, especially playing around with two-part harmonies, okay? And we're just gonna stick with two-part harmonies for now. We're not really going to do anything past two parts, at least for the foreseeable future. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. And I miss you guys, and hope you have a good week. Bye. I can get it to stop recording.